knew it was coming. Just a matter of time, kid. Just a matter of time. It's good to see everyone. It's been an interesting week. And maybe the biggest topic, the biggest event, if you will, an event happened this week, yeah. The first Neuralink has been successfully installed into the human brain, Elon Musk has said. So we have a lot to discuss tonight. Some of you are aware of the Neuralink. You could have some AI running through your brain. And, there's the good, there's the bad, there's a lot of questions. It's like going into the Wild West. We're in the Wild West now, and uncharted waters. And so we got Neuralink up and running. It's up and running. They actually did, I believe they did videos, movies on this topic in the past. But here we are. A lot of you knew it was coming. I appreciate all of you in the chat. Could you kindly, if you're watching live or on the replay, could you just hit that like button? It helps others find this message. We have a lot to discuss tonight. Yeah. So the first Neuralink has been successfully implanted. The first human patient, Elon Musk has said, has taken in the Neuralink. And this really marks a new era. So just like everything else, there's other things that maybe, get more attention to. This is, pretty big news, I would think. And it brings up a lot of questions, especially maybe those that are really, you have a deeper understanding of life. What is the point of life if you have everything handed to you? And we're going to dive deep. We're going to question a lot of things tonight. You guys will share in the comments as well. But a lot of you know that we're actually here on an evolutionary journey, if you will. And it's almost like a game. But it's almost like years ago, you might have played Nintendo. Were you a Nintendo kid like me? And you played the game. And you had fun playing the game. But then they had something called Game Genie. And you put the game into Game Genie, then you put it in. And the Game Genie helped you cheat the game. So it's something to really question. Because we're actually here in Earth School. And we're here to figure stuff out. And I'm here to tell all of you, life is not going to be unicorns and rainbows all the time. And if it was, it might get boring. It also is not fun when it's negative all the time. But as my Nana would always say, everything has its ups and downs, right? Everything has its peaks and valleys. And there's a time for this and a time for that. But the times that you actually have a problem, like you're a problem solver, and you figure it out, there's something that grows within you, and your soul is really driven for that. A lot of you are on a never-ending quest for truth, if you will. Are you on a never-ending quest for truth? Yeah, I'm reading the chat. A lot of people are feeling that right now. Energies are high. Energies are high. So, can it help with certain things? I mean, under the guise of, maybe people that might need that help in a chip to maybe help them walk, they say. But a lot of you know, shouldn't we maybe harness the ability for our body's ability to maybe come back and heal from certain things? And it brings up a lot of questions, because then you're kind of having the cheat codes. Some people speak about this with AI art right now. Have you seen some of the AI art? I actually see that in some of the posts on YouTube, and sometimes they'll have wrestlers and but they'll just make AI print out a funny thing of them, And people, like, they're looking at AI art and they're like, it's a little weird, it's a little off. So, there's difference when you're really creating it. Some people, you could feel like the passion behind certain things. Like I'm here creating. I'm actually here every single day. If you're new to the channel, we're here every single day, 9 a.m. Eastern time. Hit that subscribe button if you're new. But the passion, people actually are really out there looking for this right now, because a lot of things are generated by AI. And you could actually feel the difference, when something is created, like handmade things. Sometimes you go to the store, you buy a handmade thing, and it's so wonderful. And then something that's like just mass produced by a machine, it's just not the same. A big conversation came up today on what about the Neuralink in sports, for example. Okay, so now the person puts the chip in and the AI says, okay, tells the quarterback, these guys are going to blitz you and this guy's going to be open, and it's like a cheat code. So like there's no God-given difference on the field then. Like, let's use sports, right? Some of you watch sports. I use sports. I like to use everyday life examples, right? What's the difference, right? What's going to be the difference? Like a Brock Purdy, you got Patrick Mahomes, right? They're on the field. They're the best at the game right now. And then you got John Smith, the third string quarterback on Team X. And he puts the chip in, and then he could see all those things. So there's a processing. There's a lot of things that you have to, crack the code if you're playing a sport. If you're a baseball player, right? You see Aaron Judge hitting all the home runs. So like, what if like you knew the thing ahead of time? You knew the pitch coming ahead of time. And I think the Astros did that a couple of years ago. Did they know? Does anyone remember that one? So you have the chip. So then it's going to be chip versus chip. And then it's almost like which computer chip is going to be better. So it's not even fun at that point. So it kind of gets a little like this person has a chip, that person has a chip, and what's the processing speed? I could do it, 0.5 of a second faster. So it kind of really takes away of the human aspect of life. But we are now in the Neuralink age. This is the first one. It's the first. There's always a first time for everything. I always remember, who's it? Matt Lauer. Who's the guy? And they said, what's the internet? Remember that one? My ear is ringing right now. What's internet? You remember that commercial? My ear is ringing right now very, very strongly, so it must be an important thing I'm talking about. They said, what is internet? So right now, a lot of people aren't talking about it. They're going to say, remember that first chip that was put into the brain? Sure, yeah, you don't know if it's going to malfunction. Absolutely. The chat is going a little quick, but yeah. Who knows, what's going to malfunction? I recently had something malfunction. Everything goes wrong. So it's almost, it puts another layer into life. And again, it's really, there's no right or wrong to a lot of things in life, but we're here to actually just kind of ask questions. It might cause a lot of inflammation in the brain. I'm not sure. But, yeah, I think they made movies about this. It was called The Terminator. Remember the They had Skynet was coming online. You got AI running everywhere. Ultimately, things are not good or bad. They just are. It's the tool and who's using that tool, for example. Mad Dog, I love you, brother. Thank you so much. Elon Musk is the real Lex Luthor. Use AI responsibly and in moderation. You are the GOAT, Uncle Mike. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you for everything you do. Love from Arizona. I appreciate that. Am I like, I'm the GOAT of light warriors. I appreciate that. The consciousness warrior. I appreciate that very much. So you really want to question everything. And that's a great point. Everything in moderation. You know what? Like, there's people, everyone thinks they know everything on the, do you know that? There's people out there on, you see them out there, they think they know everything. And they're so, they can't admit that they're wrong. And then they go deeper. It's actually a big problem in society right now. Please hit the like button if this resonates with you tonight. Like we got to be authentic, and we got to be real, and use things in moderation. So that's a good point. Not everything is good or bad, but sometimes you need certain things, and some people overdo it. So it's something to really question. And what are the guidelines for it? What are the guidelines for what we are doing? I hope you hear me good. Give me the 555 in the chat. It's going by quick. I hope you hear me well. We are live. Can you hear me? I'm coming in from the fifth dimension. Is that better? Is it better? Yes, you might be able to change. That was in a movie. The person in the movie was changing the channel with their. Maybe it was in the Men in Black. I'm not sure. So is it better? Okay. No, it's the original one. I don't know why it's glitching tonight. There might be a lot of energy right now. I told you my ear was ringing like before, so. But hopefully you hear me. It's gonna be even worse on Zoom later. If you're liking this tonight, you'd like to join us on Zoom. The link to Patreon is in the description. We're gonna head over to Patreon. No, but they talked about the Terminator. They had Skynet coming online. And here we go. Okay, I'm just going to stay focused on. Maybe it's the feed. Maybe it's the feed. So yeah, it's going to be lit. When you think about everything that you can do in life, there is a satisfaction when you create it yourself. And we've shared about this. There is a difference. There's a difference between when you are working for someone and following orders, or if you're a creator. And when you create something, there's a lot of passion for it. Like people that like bakers, artists, like people that are creating things, cooking things. Putting a little love into it. There is a difference when you're actually creating it yourself. So it's something to really think about. But it is what it is. But listen, is it good? Is it bad? Who knows? Maybe it could be helpful for. Listen, some people might love it. It's the first one. It's right now. I don't know. But listen, maybe some of you might get it. Listen, I might get one for my mother. I'll get it for you for Mother's Day. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy it for my mother on Mother's Day. I'm gonna pay someone to come over and drill that into your skull for Mother's Day. It's gonna be a Mother's Day. Yeah, no, she could do things lightning fast then, Yeah, I just she spends a lot of time like going through circulars and clipping coupons. She'd be like, in like 2.5 seconds, oh, I just saved $113 this week. Yeah, we'll get that. I'm gonna hire someone. Listen, the channel's gonna be blowing up soon. Mother's Day, I'll send someone over there to drill that into your skull, and it could be lightning fast. It's great. But it is what it is at this point, and who knows? Listen, it is what it is. it's a really, all these things actually connect. There's no substitute. Please hear these words. There's really no substitute when you have, your life, and, there's no substitute for when you are creating it and putting in hard work. Hard work lasts the test of time. I don't know, Infinite, she might like that. No, but she taught me powerful lessons and talk about hard work and special lessons that I got from her. Today, sadly, Carl Weathers has died today at 76 years old. Love you, Carl. If you're not familiar with Carl Weathers, right, he actually was a football player briefly, but he was an actor, and he played Apollo Creed in the Rocky movies. And we actually can learn a lot. We learn a lot about life from Rocky movies. I've done some videos on them. And, when you think about the life lessons, I actually learned a lot from Apollo Creed. And, Apollo Creed, that whole story, it teaches us a lot. It teaches us about mutual respect between him and Rocky. And even though they were competitors, they actually became best friends, and they had this mutual respect for one another. And, seeing it play out and being like adversaries, but like warriors on a battlefield, and shaking each other's hands in the hospital, and keep going on, and then becoming best friends. Honor code. There's something that's in this life that's being neglected. Honor code. Write it in the comments. Honor code. Where's the honor code nowadays? There really is not much of an honor code. So, I learned honor code from watching that, listening to Creed. The importance of training. And, that was really when they became friends in Rocky 3. And in Rocky 4, when Rocky was helping him in the beginning, it's actually showing us how we pick each other up. We pick each other up in life, and which really has to go back to that state again, picking each other up. But Apollo Creed showed us really the importance of training. And, when going into that dungeon gym, free from the distractions. That's our life right now. Any warrior, any gladiator, any competitor, any athlete, honor code. When you go to train, and you train in that old funky gym, remember that? And you are being disciplined. You're not distracted. There's so many distractions in life. And the distractions will prevent you from becoming the greatest version of yourself. You can't be distracted by people that don't have your best interest in mind. Once again, you can't be distracted by people that don't have your best interest in mind. You might actually go about your journey and realize you actually might be better off alone. And that was shown in the Rocky movies. There was the time when he lost the title, and he was out there and showboating in front of the crowd, and he lost. And then, Apollo Creed says, no, you train in the dungeon. And the next movie, to avenge him, he went to train in Russia in the cold. And you train free from distractions. A lot of people, they are distracted, and they're not living their best life. Each and every one of us can reflect on the character of Apollo Creed and really stay focused on the training to live our best life. In that movie, when they were training in the gym, the best line that I take from that, there is no tomorrow. And that was the time when Rocky was, we'll wait for tomorrow. A lot of people live their life. You know what? I'll do it tomorrow. and he slammed it. He got so mad. He slammed it down. There is no tomorrow. I would slam it, but then everything is going to fall all over the place, right? There is no tomorrow, he said. There is no tomorrow. You should all write it in the chat. And I think I lost something that I was looking for before. There's too many things. Oh, there we go. Okay. There it goes. There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. When you realize there's no tomorrow, you'll make the change today. There is no tomorrow. Act today. That's actually the most important lesson that I took from Apollo Creed. Carl. Love you, Carl. Rest in peace. Amen. Some people, especially when you see actors and you see these certain movies. Listen, I know certain movies, especially in the world today, they're not so great. I encourage everyone to watch Rocky. And the lessons that you take, they're about our everyday lives. They're all about our everyday lives. And you really can come back from anything. As I'm messing up the ending of this. Hopefully the sound is good. We have a lot more stuff coming to this channel, so please hit the like button, hit the share button, hit that share button. We have a lot coming this week and all the weeks coming up. Ruin my surprise. I don't know why that guy keeps writing glitch in the chat. I don't know if that's being a troll, but it's kind of distracting. I don't know if is it literally glitching, so you can let me know 555 or put an end to it, one or the other. When you look at everything that we kind of presented tonight, we are on 108 today. Okay, thank you. It's getting repetitive. We are on day 108. You can write 108 in the chat right now. There are big things happening for this channel and community. We got 108 today. And these things are going to last the test of time. There's a lot of people in this world. They are the great pretenders. And there's going to be people that are going to rise up and they're going to show the authentic truth. Don't worry about the great pretenders in life. There's a lot of great pretenders in life. We're all coming. We're getting the band back together. We're getting back to the basics. If you're just joining us on the live stream, could you kindly hit the like button? Come on, Christelle. You're not tracking my journey, my comeback journey. I'm having a comeback journey here. Comeback journey, baby. Here we go. There it goes. Comeback journey. And when I think about there is no tomorrow, that's how I live my life. I lived that life. 108. We're at 108. 108. Can't be stopped. Won't be stopped. Never be stopped, son. I appreciate everyone being here. Listen, the lonely path is the path sometimes. The path to authenticity. And each and every one of us are going to take ownership of our life. Honor code, absolutely. Maybe we're on different parts of the video right now, but honor code. I'm going to teach men and women honor code by the end of this year. Yeah, we got to really focus on that honor code, because there's a lot of people in this world that look for the quick out. People that don't have the honor code. Narcissists that stab each other in the back. Honor code 108. That's right. 108. Absolutely. I am. A lot of people, they don't have the honor code. Practice what you preach, son. Practice what you preach. I could have Carl. Carl will come back as an angel. What wasn't Carl Weathers like an angel? He came back as an angel in Happy Gilmore. Let me know. Love you, Carl. Love you, Carl. We love you, Carl. No, he's going to come back as he's literally like an angel on my shoulder, and he's screaming at me, "There is no tomorrow." And then I'm in the gym, and then I'm focused. I'm beelining. I got to go to the next exercise. I keep going. The next exercise, the next video, the next thing I have to study. I don't stop. I never stop, and I just keep going. And that's driven by God. He was 76 years old. Yes, you can hit 76 for Carl in the chat. Let's get 76 going for Carl. Love Carl. Beautiful. Harley Ray Crystal Shop, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate you. ABP, always be pumping. Love this family. Thank you, Michael, for bringing us all together. Thank you very much, Harley Ray Crystal Shop. I get all my organic sage from harleyraycrystalshop.com. I love you, girls. Thank you so much. Real authentic people there. I appreciate all of you. Authentic people are very hard to come by in this society right now. So, yeah, it's important to really have good energies. And sage. Sage your area. Always saging. We could have ABS too. How about Harley Ray? We'll have ABS. Always be saging. We always be saging, kid. Always be saging. I appreciate that. Chat is going fast, but I appreciate that you're being here. Yeah, in this world, if you are just authentic all the time, it makes your life so much easier. Hit the like button if I'm speaking the truth right now. It's Friday Night Live. It's so much easier to live an authentic life than have to put on a whole facade. Isn't that it's got to be so exhausting to live as a fake person. Just be yourself. And a lot of people, like, they do this because it's just the wheel, and they just repeat it. What's going on out there? This is what other people are doing on Facebook and InstaFace or whatever those things are. You don't have to do those things. You could actually just be yourself. And we're living proof of this. We're here every single day. We're just ourselves. And even in inopportune conditions, we performed at our finest. It stands the test of time, and I practice what I preach, what a lot of people don't do. You could write it in the comments. In inopportune conditions, we performed at our finest. And that's really, we just watch playoff football. Listen, it could be wind, it could be snow, rain. It's terrible. The Super Bowl, right? When it rained that time with Peyton Manning. Hey, listen, that's the Super Bowl. It's raining. First time it ever happened. Got to play in it. Remember when Prince sang Purple Rain in the rain of the Super Bowl? Wasn't that interesting? We have a lot of videos coming up this week. Please hit that subscribe button if you are new to the channel. I really appreciate you. And this is a time of the week that I want to give gratitude. Thank you for everyone that became a channel member this week to support the channel. And thank you to Cliff, Virginia Hiker, and Greg Gavigan for supporting the channel this week. I appreciate each and every one of you. It's a big week. Big week ahead. Big weekend. Week. Comebacks. Rocky made a comeback. Hit the like button. We have a special guest tonight. Sometimes we go away for a little bit. We take a little rest. We go away. just like Rocky had to go into training. And some people in life, you want to become the best version of yourself. And it's time to make the return. Yeah, you're going to make the return, Light Warrior. You could go, you could train, you could disappear, and then you come back. And what we want tonight is to acknowledge superheroes. Each and every one of you, you are a superhero. If you're tuned in right now, you are here. If you made it this far into the message, you are a superhero. And in honor of all of us coming back, we are now back. We don't have to say coming back. We are back. We have the return of the greatest superhero of all time to save us. Here he is. He's back. It's Little Cap. He's back. Here he comes. He's back. Little Cap is back. We are back. We're better than ever. I appreciate each and every one of you. It's always been a blast doing this with all of you. I like doing it at night. Part of my lifestyle. Someone recently asked me, you a morning person or a night owl? A morning person. And I focus on getting so much work done in the beginning of the day. You get so much work done, some people are still snoozing, hungover. Got to stay focused, got to train. Don't worry about gaslighting. Do you train, get better, become 1% better every single day. By the end of the year, you are light years ahead of others. You're on a totally different timeline, baby. Yeah, you can write it in the comments. I am on a totally different timeline. Universal card of the week. We now joyfully share the love and wisdom of our higher selves with those around us and all of humanity, as we are all one with the universe. I told my Nana years ago that I was master of the universe. It's a true story. If you're new to the channel. Remember He-Man? She's like, oh, he's talking about the universe. No, we all have to, we're all masters of the universe. We're getting better every single day. I can see the chat is a little bit on a delay. You all have the power to create new stuff. And that's what we really want to focus on. Free will is the law of the universe. So you have the free will choice to do everything, and free will needs to be respected by everyone. So if people choose to go one way or another way, but everyone has to have that free will choice. I think a lot, and that's why information is important, because a lot of people make, technically they make a free will choice, but they didn't have the information or the correct information available at the time. At the time of the choice, they didn't have the correct information. And that's why listen, it's rough out there. You need the right information. You got to make right choices. We're all going to make correct choices, better choices for our everyday lives, better choices with maybe the food that we eat, or the relationships that we get into, or our lifestyle. Better choices this year. If you happen to stumble across this message tonight, I appreciate each and every one of you. We're headed over to Patreon in a few minutes. If you'd like to join us on Patreon, the link is in the description. It's all about making better choices. And you don't have to be perfect. No one is perfect. I ain't perfect. You ain't perfect. No one's perfect. Nothing's perfect. So, but what you need to aspire to be is authentic, because that's what you're in control of. You're not in control of making your life perfect, but in this magnificent way that we go around, it's an authentic journey. And the authentic journey is training us to become the best version of ourselves. And that's where we all want to stay focused on. So I love each and every one of you. please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We'll be back on tomorrow here, 9 a.m. Eastern time every single day. Stay focused on being the best version of yourself. What are your thoughts on the Neuralink? You know, any input is appreciative. It's your channel. I'm just happy to be here. So fill up the comments, comment on each other. What do you think about that? Should I buy the Neuralink for my mother for Mother's Day? Let me know in the comments. If you watched Rocky, what was your best lesson from Apollo Creed? There is no tomorrow. There's only the power of now. And when you stay focused on that, you start making great shifts in your everyday life. You start making great shifts in your everyday life. I love you all. I'll see you in the rising. Bye.